Welcome to Module H23. In this module you'll take your H22 opportunity brief and answer the question everything so far has been building toward: do you commit real time and money to this, and if so, how? You'll compare realistic ways to pursue it, check if the numbers actually work, name what could go wrong, and reach a scored go, adjust, or no-go decision. In H22 you turned 3 lists into one decision-ready opportunity brief, one opportunity, scored, fit-checked, and evidenced. H23 is where that brief finally gets a verdict. Not a gut call. A structured one. You'll compare expansion modes, check financial feasibility, assess risk, and reach a scored decision, producing a one-page expansion decision memo. That memo is what H24 builds your growth roadmap from. By the end of this module you'll have compared 3 to 4 realistic ways to pursue your opportunity, not just the first approach that came to mind. You'll have a financial feasibility check with capital required, break-even timing, and working capital impact estimated and verified against your own numbers. You'll have a named risk profile and an honest worst-case scenario. You'll have a scored go, adjust, or no-go decision scorecard and a signed expansion decision memo. And you'll have set a review date and signed a decision review SOP. Let's start with the most important mindset shift in this module: why a good score is not the same as a go decision. A high impact effort score and a strong brand and capacity fit tell you an opportunity is worth serious consideration. They do not tell you it is ready to fund. Two businesses can have identically well-scored opportunities and reach completely different decisions because the mode of pursuing it, the actual numbers, and the specific risks differ. Skipping straight from this scored well to let's do it is the same mistake as skipping from a customer asked to let's build it in H20, a decision made on enthusiasm instead of evidence. 3 steps are almost always skipped when a go decision is based on a feeling. Comparing modes, defaulting to the first approach that comes to mind, usually do it ourselves, when a partnership or a smaller pilot might reach the same opportunity with a fraction of the risk. Checking financial feasibility, discovering the capital strain only after committing, when it's expensive to reverse. And naming the risk, being blindsided by something entirely foreseeable simply because no one wrote it down. Kavita's boutique salon chain in Chennai had a well-scored referral program. Her instinct was to launch it to her entire client list immediately. Running it through H23 instead surfaced a real cost per referral she hadn't budgeted for, and a worst-case check showing it could quietly erode margin if uptake was higher than expected. Her decision was adjust. She capped the program to a pilot of 20 top clients first, with a clear cost ceiling. That one structured check saved her from a margin problem she would have discovered too late. Now let's run step 1, comparing realistic ways to pursue your opportunity, before assuming the first approach is the only one. Most MSME owners default to one mode without realizing there was a choice. The 4 common expansion modes are: organic, pursue the opportunity using your existing team, capacity, and capital. This fits when your H22 capacity fit was strong and the capital needed is modest. New channel, reach the same or adjacent customers through a new sales channel like an online marketplace, a distributor, or an agent. This fits when the opportunity is really about reach, not new capability. New geography, extend your existing offering into a new city, state, or region where demand evidence exists but you have no current presence. And partnership or outsourcing, team up with or outsource part of the work to another business. This fits when you have a real capability gap but the opportunity doesn't justify building it in-house. The goal of comparing modes is not to find the fanciest option, it's to make sure the mode you choose was actually compared against alternatives, not just chosen because it required the least negotiation. Task 1. Open Copilot and run the expansion mode comparison prompt. Paste your H22 opportunity brief and ask for 3 to 4 realistic modes for your opportunity, each with a one-line description, the main advantage and the main drawback, and a recommendation for which mode seems strongest given your H22 brand fit and capacity fit. Then confirm one leading mode to carry into tasks 2 and 3. Save your expansion mode comparison, it feeds task 2. Your leading mode is confirmed. Now let's check if the numbers actually work, estimating capital, break-even, and what happens to your cash if results come in below plan. Financial feasibility answers 4 specific questions before you commit anything real. How much capital does this mode require, roughly? This sets the actual size of the commitment, not the order of magnitude note from H20 to the real estimate. How long until it breaks even, roughly? Break-even means the point at which the income from the new activity has covered all the costs of setting it up. This tells you how long your business must carry the cost before it pays for itself. What happens to your working capital, the money available to keep daily operations running if results come in 50% below plan? This is the single most common cause of expansion decisions going wrong, cash strain, not lack of demand. And where does the capital actually come from? Existing cash, a loan, or reinvested profit? Each carries very different risk. One critical rule: Copilot can produce a plausible-looking number for any of these questions. Plausible is not the same as correct. Every figure must be checked against your own accounts before it influences a real decision. AI structures the feasibility question, your own numbers confirm the answer. Task 2. Open Copilot and run the financial feasibility check prompt. Paste your chosen mode from Task 1, your approximate monthly free cash flow, and your team size. Ask for all 4 estimates presented as a table, with the note that these are planning estimates only and must be verified against real accounts. Check every figure against your own numbers before recording your feasibility verdict as comfortable, manageable, or concerning. Save your financial feasibility check, it feeds task 3. Your feasibility is checked. Now the step most people soften, naming the top risks and the honest worst case before committing anything. The risk check has one job: let you decide with full information, not a falsely reassuring picture. It answers 4 questions. What are the top 3 things that could realistically go wrong? For each, how likely is that, high, medium, or low? What is the honest worst-case outcome if the opportunity fails completely? And what is one practical mitigation for each top risk? The most important instruction in the risk prompt is this one: do not soften the worst-case description to make the opportunity look safer than it is. A softened worst case defeats the entire purpose of this step. A worst case that sounds mild when the real risk is losing your biggest client is not protecting you, it's hiding something you needed to know. TechFix IT Services in Bangalore identified their honest worst case for an AMC add-on service, that's annual maintenance contract, a recurring monthly service agreement, as losing one core client relationship worth more than all the AMC revenue gained if a break-fix response was delayed during the transition. Survivable, but real. Named honestly, not smoothed over. That kind of clarity is what lets you decide with open eyes. Task 3. Open Copilot and run the risk, and worst case prompt, paste your task 1 and task 2 outputs and ask for the top 3 risks with likelihood and 1 mitigation each, and an honest worst case scenario described without softening. Read the worst case and ask yourself, does this reflect reality, or has Copilot made it milder than it should be? If yes, edit it to reflect the real risk. Write down the one risk you are most concerned about and why. Save your risk and worst case checked. It feeds task 4. Your risk profile is honest. Now let's bring everything together into one scored decision and look at what the full process produced for Ramesh. The decision scorecard has 4 factors, each drawn directly from work you've already done. Strategic fit from H22, strong, moderate, or weak. Best mode from task 1, clear advantage, workable, or no good option. Financial feasibility from task 2, comfortable, manageable, or concerning. And risk profile from task 3, low, medium, or high, with a note on whether the worst case is survivable. Read the pattern across all 4. Strong fit, a workable or clear mode, comfortable or manageable feasibility, and a survivable worst case, that's a go. Proceed to H24 to build the rollout plan. Strong fit but a concerning feasibility or a high, barely mitigated risk, that's an adjust. Resize it, delay it, pilot it smaller, or choose a lower risk mode before proceeding. Weak fit, no good mode, or a worst case that would not be survivable, that's a no-go. Park it and return to H22's register for the next best opportunity. One thing to say clearly before you score: adjust and no-go are not failures. A structured no-go that saves you from a bad commitment. Is this module working exactly as intended? The cost of finding out in H23 is a few hours. The cost of finding out after committing capital is much higher. Ramesh's auto components unit in Pune had been building toward this moment across every module of week 4. His H22 opportunity brief combined his second factory location supply and his dual-layer anti-rust coating concept into one opportunity. His scorecard across all 4 factors: strategic fit, strong. His precision first, zero defect brand position matched exactly. Best mode, clear advantage, organic, using existing idle press capacity. The partnership route added coordination risk with no real cost saving. Financial feasibility, comfortable. Capital was limited to a minor tooling adjustment, funded from existing cash. Risk profile, low. His one named risk was coating consistency at higher volume, with a concrete mitigation, a trial batch before full rollout. Decision, go, with one condition attached from the risk step. Run a 50-unit trial batch before committing to the full second location volume. His signed expansion decision memo, go, organic mode, trial batch condition, became the exact starting input H24 used to build his 6 to 12-month growth roadmap. That's what a structured decision produces. Not just a verdict with reasons, conditions, and a clear next step. Task 4, open Copilot and run the expansion decision memo prompt, paste your H22 brief and your tasks 1, 2, and 3 outputs. Ask for the scorecard completed and a go, adjust, or no-go recommendation with a 1-paragraph justification referencing your specific findings, written as a 1-page memo. Review the recommendation against your own judgment, confirm it, or override it with a stated reason. Record your final decision and any condition attached. Save your signed expansion decision memo. This is your H23 capstone deliverable. Your decision is made and signed. In this final section, you'll set the review date that keeps you honest about whether your decision actually played out the way you expected. Every estimate in tasks 2 and 3 was a prediction, not a guarantee. The capital figure, the break-even timing, the risk likelihood, all predictions. A decision review SOP makes sure you check them against what actually happened at a set date with Copilot using the same structured process. 4 steps for every go or adjust decision. Set a review date tied to your break-even estimate from task 2 or your trial batch or pilot condition from task 4, whichever comes first. On that date, compare actual results against your feasibility and risk estimates. Note what the estimates got right and what they missed. This makes every future H23 decision sharper. And if results are meaningfully off track, rerun the decision scorecard rather than continuing on momentum alone. One important note, this SOP does not replace H24's rollout plan. For a go decision, H24 builds the detailed 6 to 12 month schedule. This SOP is what keeps you honest about whether that schedule is actually working. Task 5. Write your review date in your calendar, tied to your break-even estimate or your task 4 condition, whichever comes first. Write your commitment statement. You commit to reviewing every go and adjust decision against its actual outcome using Copilot, and to rerunning the decision scorecard if results are meaningfully off track. Sign it and date it. Save your decision review SOP alongside your expansion decision memo, they belong together. Let's close the module and look at everything you've built. You've compared 3 to 4 realistic expansion modes and confirmed a leading one. You've completed a financial feasibility check, capital, break-even, working capital impact, and funding source, and verified every figure against your own accounts. You've named your top risks with mitigations and an honest worst-case scenario. You've scored the decision across 4 factors and produced a signed expansion decision memo. And you've set a review date and signed a decision review SOP. Complete the test now. If you don't pass, watch the 60-second hack video, then review the module and retry. If your decision was go or adjust, move to H24, where your signed memo becomes the foundation for a dated, resourced, quarter-by-quarter growth roadmap.